Continuamos con Syberia, The World Before. Ay, Dios mío. Venga. Joder. Vale. Antes de irte habla con Frau Wagner de sus últimos hallazgos. Frau Wagner. ¿Y qué más? Usa el tranvía. Vale. Estamos en la habitación, vale. Frau Wagner.
Demoiselle Lenny told me the music academy is near the musical square. Maybe Frau Wagner can tell me more.
Frau Wagner. Sígueme, sí, venga. Vamos a hablar con Frau Wagner. Frau Wagner.
Oh, hello, Miss...
Ahí se corta ya.
Ah, Miss Walker. Did you sleep all right?
Yes.
Fine, thanks.
Now, is there anything you need?
Un poco. A ver.
Everything seems to link the person I'm looking for with the Second World War and the rise of the Brown Shadow.
Terrible times were those, my dear. Especially when Wagen was occupied after the annexation of Ostertal.
Ostertal.
Thank God I was born just after the liberation.
I see. But I guess you had to grow up with the after effects of those events.
Oh, yes, dear. There was a kind of conspiracy of silence where everyone suspected each other, even their close friends. Did any of them collaborate with the enemy? And if so, was it through like-mindedness or simple cowardice? Were they responsible in one way or another for the arrest or death of a family member?
It must have been awful.
A terrible time, really.
Well, the person I'm looking for is from the same generation.
You'll just have to hope she managed to survive the madness then.
I went to the Zilberspiegel Refuge yesterday. Oh, magnificent.
I won't disagree with that, Miss Walker. Those mountains are the pride of the town, just like old Lenny.
Lenny is highly respected in Wagen because she was a resistance fighter during World War II, right? Well, I heard about it when I was at the refuge.
Lenny Renner might be a grumpy old spinster, but to us she's still a heroine. Pity the same can't be said of her father, though. Still, everyone has their cross to bear, as they say.
What do you mean?
No point gossip-mongering. The war was a dark time in Wagen for everyone, see?
Remueve que a la señorita Walker le gusta remover la mierda. Pues no remueve,
I'd
¿no?
like to go to the music academy. Can you tell me how to get there?
You just need to take the tram northbound to the musical square.
Is there anything I
Sí,
should
ya lo
know about
sabemos.
the academy?
To tell the truth, it's a little glum nowadays. Especially when you think it was once the jewel of the town, where students came from all over the world to perform on the musical square, you know. Pity. It's since lost its panache of old through lack of students and means.
Well, I guess I should get going. Thank you for your time, Frau Wagner.
Feel free to ask if you have any more questions.
Thank you. Vale. Ya está, ¿no? Otro logro, a medio camino. ¿Cómo a medio camino? Ya estamos, es imposible eso. Venga. ¿Qué? Vale. La moto ya no la vamos a coger más, ¿o qué? Ya está, esto no. Vale, sí. Vale, la pensión, la academia de música. Vale. Una noche estresante. Joder, aquí te dan logros por todo, ¿eh? Qué putada que me voy a quedar sin ese, tío. No se puede volver atrás para hacer. Conexo. Otoño de 2005. Mira qué cara de Panoli tiene. Immobilienwagen. Badem, 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 badem. Bien. Usa la introspección antes de ir a la academia. Ve a la academia de música. Vale. A ver. Jolín, va como el culo de los editan las bicis que no nos dejan pasar. Muy bien. ¿Y por aquí podemos ir? Badem, 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 no. Vale, pues sale. FPS va, Ahí va a estar el bicho. ¿Viste?
Put me down!
Oscar? Bet you can't catch it! Don't you dare! Put it down! Right now! All right, then. Oscar!
Oscar. Por fin, Oscar.
Are you all right?
I had a bit of a bumpy ride, but I am glad to see you, Kate Walker.
Oscar. Oh, I've missed you so much.
I say, this display of emotion is most unreasonable, Kate Walker. I do hope you don't plan such profusion every time I change bodies.
It's just that I've been worrying about you. Where were you, Oscar?
Well, the mechanical instinct of my host took me for a ride, all across town. It took me the whole night to tame it, and that's when I bumped into those little rascals.
Yeah, lucky I was in the area, huh?
Quite. So, Kate Walker, what has happened since we parted at the Balaton River?
Maybe we should just sit down for a second, Oscar. This might take a while.
Sí, pero ya se la cuentas, ¿eh? No marees, venga. Batem, batem, batem.
And that's when Demoiselle Lenny gave me the
Eso
address
es.
of the music academy in this neighborhood.
I see, Kate Walker.
You must think I'm crazy, huh? Running
No,
after
hombre.
that girl, Dana, who must have died ages ago.
Well, Kate Walker, you know I have difficulty understanding illogical thought patterns. But in the end, what I do understand is that you need to find her. Is that correct, Kate Walker?
Yes, that is correct, Oscar. I'm glad you're taking it so well.
Sí, a Oscar,
I
¿qué
don't
coño más
see
le da?
any fundamental difference between crossing Europe in search of mammoths, traveling on ostriches in an irradiated zone, or following your double. These are not things an automaton such as I take into consideration.
Otro
Any
logro.
other thoughts, Oscar?
Joder.
Well, I guess I could ask you where we are heading, but truth be told, it doesn't really matter. I will follow you wherever you lead, and for as long as you require my services, Kate Walker. That's what an automaton does.
Thank you, Oscar.
Oh dear, I hope you're not going to become physical, are you?
No, I was just going to give you a pat on the back.
I would rather you refrain from having such thoughts. I am not a dog, you know. Whatever next?
Anyway, we'd better get going, Oscar. And you'd better keep out of sight.
Oh dear, I don't suppose I have any choice.
Venga, vamos. Badem, badem, badem. Oscar modelo 3. Observar.
I'm so glad he's back.
Compañero más fiel del mundo, claro.
How is your research going, Kate Walker?
I'm so glad he's back.
No tiene nada raro. Vale.
Is it really necessary for me to be shut up in here, Kate Walker?
Sorry, Oscar, but I don't want to run the risk of losing you again.
No, hombre, no. Inspeccionar.
Victims of the genocide committed by the fascists during the Second World War. Oh, so many deaths. I hope Dana made it through.
O sea, introspección. Introspección. Vamos a introspeccionar. A ver, ¿dónde introspeccionamos? Para el futuro, otro logro. Aquí te dan logros así, ala, venga, toma, toma. Coyonut, venga. Mirarlo todo siempre. Todo, 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 todo. A ver la introspección. Me jode, tío, porque yo no voy a conseguir el puto 100% por culpa de... Nada más empezar el juego y ya fallé. Y ya se me jodió el rollo, ¿no sabes? Vale. Introspección. Vale, nada. Joder, qué mal va, tío, caída esa de FPS. Mirar. Subir no. A ver. Quiero hacer la introspección de los cojones.
Looks like they've tried to blend all these new shops into the original facades. It doesn't make it any less a tourist trap, though.
Café. Vale.
That brand was everywhere in New York when I left. And now they've even got branches here. That brand was everywhere in New York when I left. And now they've even got branches here.
Hacer una vuelta antes de entrar ahí.
An automaton musician. Looks exactly like Hans's style. Like at Bohogstadt.
Igual la introspección se hace ahí arriba, a ver. Donde tocó Dana.
Wow.
Seguramente.
Pity I don't have time for some sightseeing.
Muy bonita la iglesia. Molto bonita la iglesia. ¿Entrar? No. No vamos a entrar en ningún lado hasta que hagamos la puta introspección esa. Joder. Aquí sí. Aquí sí. Inspeccionar. Introspección, ahí está, venga, bien. Molto bene. Introspección.
I only know Dana as a waitress at the refuge, and yet everything seems to fit with her here. Not hard to imagine her coming here to the music academy to study. And who knows, maybe Leon waited for her outside one day as a surprise after returning from his Baltayar expedition.
Si es que volvió de la expedición. Vale. Cojonudo. Ahora ya podemos entrar en el bar ese, que seguro igual nos dan otro logo. Bueno, vamos a ver qué hay por aquí. Inspeccionar.
Strange.
Strange. Vale. Debido a la futura informatización de la orquesta mecánica de la plaza de música, queda terminante prohibido tocar este piano hasta nuevo aviso. Ayuntamiento de Van, claro, hombre, lo vamos a tocar.
I can't open it like
No lo puedo
this.
abrir, es como si
Looks
estuviera
like it's
cerrado
been
mecánicamente.
mechanically sealed.
Vale.
I don't think I'll be able to open it directly.
Ya hicimos, ¿no? Vale. Ve a la academia de música. La academia debe ser eso. Vamos a ir al bar primero, a ver.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Mira qué corto.
Guten Tag, Fräulein. What can I do for you?
There are a lot of tourists on the square.
Indeed. It attracts thousands of customers every year. A veritable boon for us retail shops.
And for the people of the town, too?
I wouldn't know about that. I live on the outskirts, as do most of the people. What with the rents being as high as they are here, you know?
How come the square is so well known?
Because of the mechanical orchestra there. It used to be quite the attraction. Every year, the Academy's best student would play along with it.
Y ahora ya
As did renowned musicians from around the world.
no. Ahora ya no tocan.
Oh, that sounds intriguing. Is it scheduled to play today?
I'm afraid not. Several years back, the town council discussed computerizing it. But the plan never went through, and no one has ever heard its music since.
Do you know anything about the Wagen Music Academy?
It's the large building across the square there. Used to be quite renowned worldwide, actually.
But not anymore?
Well, from what I gather, hardly anyone studies there nowadays. I
la
wouldn't be
cerrasen.
surprised if it were closed.
Well, what happened?
Budget cuts from the town council, I guess.
Como todo,
The
chico.
academy can't be very lucrative.
I see. Thank you. I should go now.
Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein. Come back
Auf
again.
Wiedersehen, Fräulein. Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein. Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein. Mierda, ¿qué se ve acá? Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein. Dream. Ve a la Academia de Música, vale. Pide la ficha de Dana. Vagan como... La academia está al borde de la bancarrota, vale. Pues eso se va todo a tomar por culo. Vale. Ayuntamiento. De conformidad con el... Por la versión se pone en conocimiento del orden de desahucio, cuyo plazo es 26 de noviembre. El impago de la cuota de alquiler vigente y de las cuotas anteriores que se han solicitado conforme al decreto no sé qué, no sé cuánto, vale. Que no hay un puto duro. Entonces...
All these letters. They look like letters of formal notice. They probably haven't been paying the bills for some time.
Y un cenicero, ¿qué cojones es eso? Vale. Venga. ¿Y para qué coño? Ahora no quiero llamar. De momento.
Guten Tag.
What now?
Well,
If you're from the council, you can come back when I'm not so busy.
tranquilo, que no soy del ayuntamiento, joder.
Oh, sorry. You startled me.
So, now what do you want? Council minion?
Que no soy del ayuntamiento.
I'm not from the council. I'm just a visitor here. I came because I was hoping to look at the file of a student from the 1930s.
Oh. I'm sorry, It's just that I haven't time for digging up old files from 70 years ago. I have way too much to do here, you understand.
I can tell you're a little overwhelmed. Where's the rest of the staff? Or maybe a student could show me.
You are standing in front of the rector.
Tu persona, pero
and
si
the
no hay
only
dinero.
employee of this academy. My name is Maximilian Mahler. And it falls upon me to manage everything on the premises. The maintenance, the archiving, and the lot
tampoco tienes
before
mucho
we
trabajo,
close next month. So, if you don't mind,
I'm very sorry to hear that the academy is closing, and I can see you're extremely busy, but I've come such a long way to see it. I'd be so grateful if you could locate it. It's really important to me.
and so is this place important to me, too. And I would love to hear the mechanical orchestra play one last time.
Tranquila,
before the
que
academy
de eso entonces ya
closes.
nos vamos a encargar nosotros.
But, alas, I can't, can I? Unless,
Unless what?
well, you know.
All right, then. So if I get the mechanical orchestra going, you'll get me that file, right?
Yes.
Oh, of course,
Darling.
Fraulein. Of course.
Fräulein.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Believe it or not, I have seen mechanisms like the one on the square before.
Well, in that case, I promise to give you the file in return for your services.
Que mal suena eso.
Thanks.
But I
Venga,
must
viejo
warn
verde.
you that the square has undergone some transformations over the years, and some parts of the mechanism may be difficult to get to.
Don't worry, I'll make myself thin and slide between the cracks.
You'll find some of them scattered around the square, and some of the others you'll find in the clock
Hay alguna
tower.
que otra dentro
Now,
de la
if you'll
torre
excuse me for a
del
second.
reloj.
What are you...
Now, what is the name of that student you're interested in?
Rose. Dana Rose.
And what were the years she attended our illustrious academy?
In the 30s. 1937, to be precise.
Oh, and here it is. And here you will find the annual inspection reports of the mechanisms by Frau Beckmann.
Frau Beckmann?
She was the rectress of the academy during the years you spoke of. These are from 1937. You see, I have a marvelous memory regarding archives. This is why I have chosen Frau Beckmann's, because there's something in here regarding that Edna Drose
Edna.
you spoke of.
Dana Rose.
Quite.
Dana Rose.
You will also find some sheet music with annotations. This is the Hymn of Bargain, which you must play on the piano on the square in order to activate the Orchestra of Automatons. Once you have fixed the mechanisms, of course. All right then, here you go. What are you waiting for?
Manda huevos, tío. Bien. Registra la caja de archivos, vale.
Someone's added annotations. They could help me play the hymn on the piano on the square, like the rector asked me to. This sheet music corresponds to the piano part for the hymn of Wagner.
Vale, está bien.
This sheet music corresponds to the piano part for the hymn of Wagner.
Vale. ¿Qué coño es esto, tío?
I wonder what it's supposed to represent.
Vale.
The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, I should find all the information I need to repair the mechanisms on the square.
Claro.
The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, Music Academy Inspection Report, October 12, 1937.
Huele a patatas.
Today,
I was due to inspect the musical mechanisms that enable students to give a public display of their talent and enable us to showcase the quality of our teaching to the people of our beautiful town.
Bueno, vamos a ver qué se cuece entonces.
Like every year, I needed a volunteer from our students to help me during the inspection, and this year's choice was obvious.
I'm fine, really.
Well, you're looking off color, darling, and on edge.
No, it's just that I haven't heard from Leon since he left with the Origin expedition from Kantar. And also,
Well, we've got company. You'll tell me later, Dana, darling. Meantime, be good and stay safe.
You too, Yunta.
Yunta.
Is everything all right? You look under the weather. We don't want one of our best and brightest to fall ill now, do we?
Thank you for asking, Frau Beckmann, but I'm just a little tired, that's all.
And who was that lady?
¿A ti qué te
Just a
importa?
friend I met this summer.
You do keep some surprising company,
Sí,
Fraulein
claro, no
Rose.
te jode.
Anyway,
Ay.
I have something for you that will take your mind off things.
Oh?
Would it interest you to see the mechanisms that enabled you to perform so brilliantly here last spring?
That would be wonderful.
Good. Come and join me at the kiosk when you have a moment. But don't be too long, though.
Habla con Frau Beckmann. A ver, ¡ey!
I can hardly believe I held my concert here just 6 months ago. 6 months. Seems like a lifetime. So much has happened. Meeting Leon for a start. It would be so good if he were here now. I love receiving his letters since he left to Baltear with the Origin expedition. The way he described Kantar, the
Pero no
capital,
acaba de
made it
decir
sound
que
like
no
a city from a
tiene...
dream.
Madre, yo no sé.
We've said so much on paper. And I love to read between the lines. But since the expedition left Kantar for the mountains, no news.
Vale.
I just hope he's okay.
Fraulein Rose, I'm waiting.
¿Dónde coño es el kiosco? Aquí. Ah, no. Bueno, pero no es esta la tía, ¿qué pasa? Coño, no entiendo. ¿No es esta la tía? ¿Qué coño pasa? Pues no sé, tío. Si hacemos toda la vuelta, ¿qué pasa? Joder.
Today, me and my colleagues are carrying out maintenance on the mechanical orchestra.
Ay, amigo.
Hello? Today, me and my colleagues are carrying out maintenance on the mechanical orchestra.
Mierda.
Yeah, today's the yearly service of the mechanisms on the square.
Esto nos da pistas para luego. A ver una cosa. Joder, dar para la vuelta. Ah, vale, está aquí. ¡Ven! ¡Oh! Joder, chico.
Oh, sorry, lads. I've no time for chatting. Oh, good grief. It's going to take me all day long to clean that lot up. Oh, sorry, lads. I've no time for chatting.
Joder. Ay, Dios mío. ¿A dónde vas? Oh, joder. Madre, te cuesta,
Come and see, Fräulein.
Incredible.
Isn't it just? You see these flags? Each mechanism housing for each musical automaton on the square is represented by one of these flags.
Fascinating.
Today is the day they are being serviced. Each mechanism has been inspected by an academy maintenance man. In theory, they're all functional. But if you like, you can go and see these maintenance men on my behalf and fetch back their respective reports. You would be doing me a big favor, as I have to inspect the piano in the kiosk. And also, it will give you a chance to take a peek at each of the automaton mechanisms.
Thank you. I'd be
No voy a
delighted.
preguntaros, ya tenemos que ir, hay que ir. Voy a andar preguntando por qué yo.
You'll need it to open the
Primero hacer
maintenance
eso.
room that leads to the most impressive mechanism of all, that of the clock tower.
Thank you, Frau Beckmann.
Do you have any questions before you go?
Do you know who built the mechanical orchestra? My father told me it didn't exist when he was young.
They were built by a strange young French inventor by the name of Borelberg some years ago. From what I heard, he was visiting Wagen while en route to the east, just after the huge fire that destroyed the town. He was moved by the legend of Vera Schönberg, that virtuoso who died in the fire. So he offered his talents to rebuild the city and create the mechanical orchestra.
When the mechanical orchestra played along with me last spring, it was incredible. But how does it manage to play at the same tempo as the piano? It was almost like in a dream.
Oh, it wasn't dream work, Fräulein, but clockwork. The piano is connected to the mechanism that you are going to inspect, and the hymn of Wagen played on the keys. That's what sets the rhythm and the intensity of the performance, and that's what triggers everything else.
What happened to Vera Schönberg? My mother always says it's the saddest story.
Bueno,
And
si
she's
se
right.
quemó.
You probably know that Vera Schönberg was Wagen's most famous musician at the beginning of the century. But her legend was truly born the night she performed a cello concerto right here on the square. It was also the night of the worst fire in Wagen's modern history.
And Frau Schönberg, she died in the fire, right?
She did, as well as all the other musicians and the entire audience. They were surrounded by flames, trapped on this square.
How dreadful.
Dreadful indeed. But according to the legend, Vera Schönberg kept playing Wagen's hymn until the very end. She understood they were all doomed to die, and her music brought them peace of mind during their last moments.
Eso es rollo Titanic.
This automaton you played with last spring was created in her image as a final tribute.
I had no idea.
Well, now you know all about the legend of Verischonberg. Was there something else, Fraulein Rose?
I'll go and see the maintenance team.
Good. Thank you, Fraulein.
Vale.
According to Frau Beckmann, it opens the maintenance room just next to the clock tower.
Gracias al documento que encontró Kate en 2005 podrá revivir los acontecimientos. Vale. Habla con Frau Beckmann. Kate, repara la orquesta, repara los autómatas de la plaza, repara el mecanismo de la torre. A ver, pero vamos a ir primero... A ver, déjame ver una cosa. A ver, vamos a hablar... Otra vez con estos. Uf. Hostia puta. Hostia puta. A ver. Esto tiene más movida de la que me parece a mí.
So you're the one Frau Beckmann sent, are you? Well, you can tell her there's no problem with this automaton. Just needs cleaning up and a bit of oiling. Have a gander at the mechanism if you like.
Ah, vale, entonces este está bien. Vale. Este está bien. Entonces, ¿cómo está este rollo? Déjame. CDG. Apuntar, porque esto me va a hacer falta seguro para cuando estemos con Kate. Me da a mí la impresión. Ah, no, son 4. Entonces, 1, 2, 3. 3. C. 1. G. 2. D. 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5A. 5A. Digo 5 porque son los cuadraditos que hay aquí. 1, 2, 3, 4 y en el quinto está la A. Por si no entendéis lo que estoy haciendo. No sé si me va a servir de algo o no. Bueno, vamos a dar otra vuelta por aquí. No. Vale. Puede decir que está automático funciona bien, aunque está tan sucio que no aguantará mucho. Vale. ¿Limpia? Vale, aquí no podemos hacer nada. Y había otro tío, ¿no? Con este no podemos hablar, vale. Había otro tío por ahí. A ver, o corre, o... Joder. Bueno, aquí es la sala, el tío estaba ahí. Ahí está. Voy a hablar con él y si no, pues nos vamos a la salita esa.
A part of the mechanism was damaged, but I changed it. You can tell Frau Beckmann
Puede
everything's
decirle a
in
Frau
order
Beckmann
now.
que ya está todo en orden. Vale. connection.
Hey, careful what you're doing here, right? Don't go and injure yourself or damage any of the material.
Tranquilo, hombre, que no voy a romper nada, tranquilo. Acabo de entrar, no toques las huevas ya, ¿eh?
I just come down from the tower. You can tell Frau Beckman everything's in order up there. The mechanism's in perfect condition.
According to what the maintenance guy told Dana, there should be an access to the clock tower somewhere in the room.
A ver.
Everything's fine upstairs. No need to return.
That elevator Dana tried to take, it leads to the clock tower. We need to find it, Oscar.
A ver. Vamos a
Looks
cambiar
like
aquí.
the rector was right, Oscar. I should be able to find the mechanisms he wants me to repair by following the circuit Dana described in the report.
They would still need to be accessible to us today, Kate Walker.
Glad to see you haven't lost any of your legend.
A ver. Vamos a ver. Mirar.
Wow.
Ah, mierda,
Pity
esto
I don't
ya,
have time for
joder.
some sightseeing.
Ay, sí, venga. Que sí. Esto tenía que poder saltarse, tío. Ya lo he visto, no hace falta verlo 50 veces, venga.
I don't believe it. Because of that van, I can't get to the mechanism. I'll have to find a way to move it.
Sí, sí la hay, pero ¿cómo coño sé yo? Uf, a ver. A ver. Hay muchas cosas que hacer aquí. ¿No se puede hablar con este tío o qué? Bueno, vamos a seguir dando una vueltilla por aquí.
Looks locked. I can't go in. Looks locked. I can't go in. Looks like they've tried to blend all these new shops into the original
Esto si lo lees una
facades.
vez ya deberían de quitarlo.
Doesn't make it any less a tourist trap, though.
Te llega a confusión. Confusión. ¿Por aquí podemos ir o no podemos ir?
I should be able to get through it, if I can reach it.
¿Qué? Si es que consigo llegar, ¿qué pasa? Vale, o sea que a la sala esa de mierda entramos por ahí. Vale. Voy a pedir la cena mientras arrastra eso hasta ahí. Ahora. Venga. ¡Ale, hop! Bien. Bien. Cojonudo.
Good. Now I just have to find the elevator to the clock tower.
It might have been easier to ask for a clerk to let you in, don't you think?
Sí, claro, pero no hay nadie. ¿Y esto ya se puede abrir? Vale, ahora ya podemos entrar y salir cuando nos dé la gana. Porque seguramente que...
According to the report, the elevator should be behind there. Let's hope it hasn't been walled up since. There. Okay. Just need to clear the passageway.
Vale. Vale. Despeja el camino hasta el mecanismo. Vale, eso es otra cosa. Aquí no podemos abrir ni de... Ah, pues sí. Vale. Ahora no funciona. Joder. Bueno. Vale, para ahí no podemos ir. ¿Qué pasa? Ah,
They're still magnificent, in spite of their age. I wonder how long it's been since they were activated.
este es como el pájaro que tenemos nosotros. Subir. Bajar, vale. Vale, ahora vamos a ver qué coño es esto, tío. Vale, en principio solo hay 1, 2... Vale, esto pues se tendrá que levantar y pulsarlo, vale. Y ahora hay que saber... Hostias, 3. Joder.
Looks like I need to put that key in the mechanism to activate it.
Uf. Ajá.
Looks like I need to put that key in the mechanism to activate it. That's it for the engine. Now I should open those large doors.
Vale. ¿Qué es con esto, no? ¿O qué? Bajar. Bajar.
I should be able to unlock the doors with that mechanism.
Well played, Kate Walker. You seem to be on the right track to successfully completing the service the rector asked of you.
Thanks, Oscar. But I still have to find the other mechanisms.
Vamos a ver, aquí algo habrá que nos sirva. Hombre, pieza mecánica, esto vamos.
Looks like spare parts for automatons.
Perfecto. Bien, y esto ya está listo. Perfecto. Vale, por aquí nada. Vale, entonces reparo la orquesta, reparo los autómatas, escoge el camino. No sé cómo... Bueno, vamos a ir paso a paso. Paso a paso. Bayari. Vale. Venga, vámonos de aquí. Espera, ¿se puede mirar algo por aquí o no se puede?
Must I remind you that we are here illegally, Kate Walker? The employee will be very surprised to see you coming out of his back room.
Yo solo quiero mirar, Oscar. ¿Por qué luego nos dejamos cosas por ahí? Venga. Vale. Vale. Claro, entramos en la trastienda de esta mierda. ¿Eh?
Looks locked. I can't
Vale.
go in.
A ver, inspeccionar. Uf. Esto no sé todavía cómo es. Déjame ver una cosa. Ay, objetivos, inventario, ¿esto qué es? Esquema. Uf. Es difícil de descifrar. Y tanto. Memo. Vale. Lo que son himnos, o sea, himnos, números, vale, de momento no tenemos nada.
The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, I should find all the information I need to repair the mechanisms on the square.
Vale, bueno. Vamos a ver una cosa. Aquí me parece a mí que de momento no. Igual tengo que ir con Dana y mirar ahí, pero no sé si me deja. Pero me falta la otra caja. ¿Dónde está la otra caja? Aquí. ¿No? ¡Para! A ver, ¡ay, joder! No, ¿qué coño pasa?
Given the condition of that door, it should give way if I force it a bit.
Impossible, Kate Walker. Such an act is illegal.
Let's just hope that no police come by here.
Vale, esto es lo que habíamos visto. Vamos a ver. Que esto es lo que había apuntado. ¿Ves? El primero estaba en el 3, 1, 2, 3.
The connection between this mechanism and the other ones on the square seems to be operational. Something's wrong.
¿Qué pasa?
Half done. Let's see what's next.
Vale, o sea que lo que apunté en principio no sirve para nada. Y, o sea que esto está reparado, ¿no? Este está reparado. Y este... Este no. Pero esto no sé... A ver, déjame ver.
Half done. Let's see what's next.
Bueno, ya casi está. Faltan dos por reparar. Vale. Claro, no voy a poder tocar... Una mierda, joder.
I can't open it like this. It looks like it's been
Vale,
mechanically
nada. Vamos a ver. Esto nada. Necesito... Entrar. Necesito despejarlo del camión. ¿Cómo despejo lo del camión, tío?
I need to find the owner.
Vamos a apuntar el número. Y podemos llamar, ¿no? 5, 1, 2, 3, 8, 8, 8, 3, 2, 1. Déjame ver una cosa. Vale. Igual podemos llamar. ¿Dónde estaba? A ver. ¿Dónde la mierda esa? Aquí. Ahí era donde estaba el teléfono. Vamos a llamar. A ver si suena la flauta. ¿Qué es esto? Mirar. Antes podíamos mirar ahí. No.
So that's the famous Vaughan Music Academy? It's not what I was expecting.
Vale. Sí, sí, está todo lleno de mierda, venga. Vale. Inspeccionar, ahí está el teléfono. Ahora. Entonces. 5, 2, 3, 8, 8, 8, 3, 2, 1.
Wagoner Baufirma, Dietrich. Guten Tag.
Hello, excuse me, but your van's parked on the square and it's blocking the way. Would you mind moving it?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm with a client nearby. I'll move it right away.
Thank you.
Ah, vale. Vale, guay, guay. ¿Y qué? ¿Y no cuenta? Ya está, ¿no? Vale. De puta madre. De puta madre, venga. Poco a poco. Vamos consiguiendo los objetivos, bien. Vale, entonces ahora podemos ir hasta el mecanismo que está detrás del camión. Luego necesitamos el número ese de los cojones, que es igual lo conseguimos con Dana
Looks
Pimbilimbi.
locked. I can't go in.
Sí, joder, pero corre, tía. Eso es. Como cuesta, a veces los controles son una mierda, tío. Joder. Joder, otra. Vale.
I should go back and see Frau Beckmann.
Aquí. Hostia putísima.
Wow. I would hate to be the one who must tune this. What is this? What is this? This looks complex.
Hostia, pero yo lo que quiero ver es el número, tío. Cuatro, dos, 4253. 4253. ¿Qué? ¿No? ¿4, 2, 5, 3? ¿No es o qué? Ah, no, espera.
Better try another one.
No conozco otra cosa. A ver cómo está esto. Mierda. Vale. Claro, está al revés. Entonces no es 4, 2, 5, 3. Está al revés. Con 6. Déjame probar una cosa. Esto sería 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Por probar cosas. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Y 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No creo que funcione así, pero voy a probar. 2 sería 8, 6, 9. No. No.
If only it could be as quick every year. Oh, it had to fall to me.
Uno, 9, 7, 3. Esto mierda todo. 1, 9, 7, 3. Igual es el que tengo. Claro, tío. Puta mierda. Ah, no, este. Vale. Es el que me falta entonces. ¿No? ¿Dónde está, coño? Joder. Joder. Uno, 9, 7, 3. Puta madre. Este es el de 3C y todo eso, ¿no? 3C, 1G, vale, este sí. A ver.
Something's wrong.
No entiendo nada. Ah, vale, vale. 5A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vale, 5. A. Vale. Vale. 2D. Me cago en tu padre, vale, hijo puta, tío. Ah, vale, vale. 2D. D. Vale. 5A, ¿no? 1, 2, 3, 4, vale, 100. Perfecto. si es porque... Vale. No sé qué pasó. 1G, 1G, 3C. Vale, 3C, este fuera entonces. ¿Eh? Uno G. 1G, vale. Y 2D. Vale. Vale. No sé si hay que quitarlo o no hay que quitarlo. Bien.
3 working now. 1 more to go.
Vale, cojonudo. Bien. Vaya, hombre. Esto fuera. Vale. Falta aquel. Falta aquel nada más. Sé que hay que volver ahí. Hay que volver allí. ¿Dónde está? Me da toda la vuelta como siempre. Vale, nos falta uno. Venga. Mierda, aquí no era, ¿no? ¿Dónde era? Vamos a dar otro paseo. Joder, vamos a estar ahí, tío. ¿Y esto qué?
Looks locked. I can't go in.
No, este. Vale, esto ya está hecho. Vale, esto fuera. Esto fuera.
Better try another one.
Cago en tu padre. Dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. O sea, media vuelta son 6 números. Entonces sería 7 del otro lado, 8, 9, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8 entonces, ¿no? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Porque 0 no hay, ¿no? Sí, tío. Mierda, hay 0. No, entonces donde el 1 es un 0. Aquí 100. Bien. Coño, bien. Vale. Me cago en la hostia. Buah. A ver. Uf. Hostia puta, tío. Uf.
Wow. I would hate to be the one who must tune
Pues me
this.
toca a mí. A ver si me quedo con los agujeros. Vale, todo esto fuera. Vamos a ver. Arriba hay 1, 2, 3. Uno grande. Uno pequeño entre medias. Y en la otra media uno grande sin tapar. Luego debajo de... Este está tapado. Vale, y aquí hay otro tapado. Aquí otro sin tapar. Uf. Vale, esto es un jaleo, tío. Buah. A ver qué es lo que puedo mover primero. A ver cómo mierda es esto. Uf. Este está tapado. Este tiene que estar tapado. Vale, ese tiene que estar tapado. Vale, aquí tiene que estar... ¿Qué? No. Joder. Ah, vale, espera. Así. Vale. Y ahora aquí dos tapados que están comunicados. Algo así es. Dos tapados. No, dos sin tapar. Vale, este es... Este. Vale. Tenemos esa fila, dos sin tapar. Vale, y el que está debajo está tapado. ¿No? Joder. No, está abierto. Este está abierto. ¿Qué es este? Joder, su puta madre. Vale. La fila de abajo, venga. Tiene dos en diagonal tapados y dos de abajo abiertos. Dos en diagonal. Así. Dos en diagonal tapados y los dos de abajo abiertos, vale. Este tapado. ¿Y cómo tapo este? ¿Con este? No. ¿Cómo tapo este? ¿Cómo coño tapo este? No me cuadra el tema. Aquí no hay agujero. A ver. Uf. A ver, tengo que sacar una foto a esto porque si no... Paso de estar... A ver. Vale, los tres de arriba están. Esto está bien. Esto está bien. Vale, este es el problema. Aquí. Este tiene que estar tapado. Este. Claro, pero esto no coincide. Amigo, vale, vale. Es aquí. Porque aquí no hay. Aunque este no hay agujero, vale. Y estos dos destapados. Este. Aquí, ¿no? Ah, vale. Ahora esto. No. Equilicua. Este ya me coincide. Y este aquí. Vale. Y ahora el de abajo. Este destapado. Esto está bien. Esto está todo bien ya. Vale. Vale, esto está bien. Vale, inspeccionar. Vale, eso está bien. Vale, esto está bien. Bueno, vamos ahora a este. Esta foto, mierda para mí. Fuera. Es que si no saco la foto, esto es una porquería. Y así no tengo que estar rucándome tanto. Vale. Vale, Cake Walker. Vale. Este ya no voy. Madre mía. Pero vamos a ver, ¿esto no se puede girar o qué? Aquí ya no me cuadra la cosa. No me cuadra una mierda la cosa, vamos a ver. Hostia, qué movida. Vale. Hostia, tío. A ver. Vale. Pues ahora ya puedo mover este. Ahí. Eso es, vale. Este es otro rollo. Vale. Ahora. Este. Ahí. Joder, vaya jaleo, chaval. Esto voy a moverlo de momento para aquí. Vale, entonces... Esto así. Mierda, hombre. Esto es un poco jaleo, hay que ir encontrando el rollo. Vale, tenemos eso. Vale, este. Va para aquí. Vale. Este ya está bien. Esta fila está entera bien, vale. Vale. Este tiene que estar libre. Joder, vaya puto jaleo, tío. Este ahí. Vale. Allá no puedo moverlo. Joder. Vale, este va a ir ahí. O sea que ya lo dejamos ahí. Este va libre. ¿Cómo es? Oye, esto. Este va así. Este va así. Vale. Este va así. ¿Esto va bien? Vale, esto lo tenemos. Puta mierda. Vale. Y lo tenemos, ¿no? A ver. Hostia, ¿y esto? ¿Qué? coño quiere que use ahí?
That doesn't work.
Hostia. Vale, esto tiene que estar para arriba.
It's locked. It's locked.
Vale. ¿Qué?
There's no air flowing through. I must have missed something.
Ahora. Buah. Buah, de
Right.
puta madre.
Okay, I think this is the last one.
That's right, Kate Walker. You have to go back and activate the piano on the square like the rector asked you.
Vale. De puta madre. Vale. A ver, ¿qué nos queda? Toca el himno y antes de tocar el piano habla con el rector. Vale. Venga, vamos a hablar con el tío este otra vez. Joder.
It looks like the rector is desperate to reduce the costs of running the
Vale.
academy. Excuse me. Hello?
Now
Hello.
what?
I see you're not a fan of modernizing the square.
Oh, the council, in its great wisdom, deemed it outdated and unpredictable for the musical automatons to be triggered by the best student in the academy, or a soloist, or a virtuoso visiting Vargan. Not to mention buskers, they certainly don't attract any tourists. No, what they thought was they would electrify and computerize the activation of the mechanical concert. So it would happen on a schedule, like an attraction.
Did they do it?
Oh, the talks went on, but nothing was ever done. And so the square has basically been abandoned. And the mechanical automatons have fallen into disrepair.
There's just one problem. Even if I do manage to fix all the different parts of the mechanical orchestra, I still have to play the piano properly, and I haven't played piano since I left junior high. My mom bought me one when I was a kid, but it really wasn't my strong suit.
There's no need to worry. You don't need to be a virtuoso to activate the mechanism. The mechanical orchestra will come out if you play all the notes in the right order, regardless of the rhythm. You just need to know the basics of music reading.
Why is the academy going to play?
Está agachado ahí.
For the simple
No
reason
puede levantarse para hablar.
that we
Ah.
have no students. No students, no lessons. No lessons.
No students, no lessons.
And why are there no students? That's not a stupid
Ay, Dios
question.
mío.
Because the mayor has taken away our grant that enabled our institution to become famous the world over.
Why would he do that?
Oh, budget restrictions, apparently. So, no staff, no students.
No students, no lessons. I get it.
But, between you and me and this counter, I'd say that's all just a pretext to get us out of the building.
And why would anyone want to do that?
To make others rich, of course. Property developers who are going to slice our institution up into shops, apartments, and office spaces, just like they've done with all the other buildings around the musical square.
I'd better get going then.
Quite. Good luck with the mechanisms, Fraulein.
Fräulein. Bien. Había muchos objetivos, pero los hemos cumplido todos. Vamos a tocar el himno y lo vamos a dejar aquí ya. Por lo menos... No sé si jugaré más hoy o ya queda para otro día. Cuando termine el juego haré un pequeño análisis de lo que me ha parecido la aventura. Inspeccionar esto ya está, pero vamos a ver si hay algo que hacer.
All the mechanisms on the square are working.
Vale,
I
pues
just need to deal with the piano now.
vale. Vale.
It looks like this wheel is designed to activate the piano's engine, thanks to the dynamo effect, Kate Walker.
Then
Dynamo.
I guess I'm gonna have to put my thinking cap on again. No, I don't think so.
Hostia, podíamos usar...
Okay, the sheet music is in place. I can't play. The engine is off.
Vale.
That doesn't work.
Vale, eso no sirve. Vale. Hostia puta. Esto es como un poco a lo loco, porque al final vas tocando cosas.
Poor little thing.
There is no need to get sentimental, Kate Walker. The automaton was made for a specific purpose. It has no
Sentimientos.
notion of
Ya me parece a mí, sé
Indeed,
yo.
I would go as far to say that it was a basic monofunctional automaton. Unlike
Ya sé yo
some
quién va a
small
entrar ahí.
evolved automatons built
Oscar,
to
te va a
serve
tocar
several
hacer tu
purposes.
trabajo. Vale. Esto tiene para entrar una llave ahí. ¿Qué? ¿Qué pasa?
Broken.
Broken. Vale, está bien.
Wait, Kate Walker.
Hombre,
I am
pues es que la ha visto
a
eso.
highly evolved automaton.
Yes, and built to serve several
Die.
purposes.
Move.
Off you go now.
Oscar, move. Ahora sí. Ahí estamos.
I see.
Y voilà.
You still haven't lost any of your irritating habits, Kate Walker.
Look
Kate
on the
Walker.
bright side, Oscar. Thanks to you, the piano works now.
Well, hurry up.
Dale, Kate. Tócate ahí una de Beethoven. 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 Para no saber tocar no lo hace nada mal, ¿eh? Para no saber tocar no lo hace nada mal. Tirititirititi. Venga, ahí estamos. Yo no entiendo por qué le dan subidones a esto de volumen, tío. Yo no sé si los cascos están jodidos. Vamos a andar todo el juego con el pajarito de los cojones y no nos va a valer para nada. Se acojonó Kate Walker.
Everything all right, Kate Walker?
It's the same. Exactly the same.
I beg your pardon?
The song I just played with the automatons, Vaughan's hymn, it's exactly the same melody as the one my mom's music box used to play. I used to listen to it all the time when I was a kid. We never did find out what it was.
Porque era tu madre, coño.
Finding it today represents a major breakthrough because
it means that there must
Era
be
tu
a link
madre,
between
la
Vaughan and my
tía que
mom,
estamos.
and probably Dana too. Dana, who looks so much like me.
Ah, a family connection then.
I don't know, but it's possible.
Claro
and
que es
you can
posible,
be sure as
hombre.
hell that I'm gonna find out as soon as I've picked up Dana's trail again. Come on, Oscar. Our dear Mahler owes us a file.
Venga, vamos a ver al rector.
Did I already mention how humiliating I think this is?
Oh, you did, Oscar. You did.
Venga, Oscarín, deja de tocar los huevos, anda. Coge la ficha de Dana, venga. Venga, Kate Walker, mueve el culo.
Thank you. I enjoyed your concert
He
so much.
disfrutado toda la plaza del mercado.
Now I can retire fulfilled.
Venga,
Glad to
danos
have
el
been of
documento.
service. I believe you have a file for me.
Of course, of course. Here it is. Dana Rose.
Dana
just like you
Rose.
asked.
Thanks.
Venga. Echar un
At
vistazo.
last.
Por fin. Vale.
Dana's
Coge
home
la
address
ficha.
in
Dana vivía
1937.
aquí.
A detached house, it seems. Number 20, Brücke del Nebel. The Bridge of Mists, huh?
Found what you were looking for?
I think so. Well, thank you. And goodbye.
No, thank you, Fraulein.
Fraulein. Usa el tranvía para ir al puente de la niebla. Venga, pues nos piramos, tío. De aquí ya cumplimos. Venga, vámonos de aquí, tío. Yo no, por aquí no era, ¿no? No. Aquí, vale. Venga. Venga, Kate. ¿Estás cansada ya o? Me hace gracia cómo corre. Coño, hay otra persona más viendo el stream. Bienvenido, pues. O bienvenida. Va, ya no. A ver. Venga, Danina. ¡Ey! El refugio. Aquí. Puente de niebla. Oh. El último concierto. Logro desbloqueado. Bueno, pues entonces ya lo vamos a dejar aquí. No sé si hoy haré más stream o no lo haré. Putos camiones, tío. Que no te deja escribirme. Que no te deja escribir, no sé, pero tienes una cuenta creada, es que no sé cómo va el rollo. Tenía que tener dos pantallas para poder ver el chat con la gente y todo eso, pero lo tengo que hacer con el móvil porque de momento no lo tengo hasta que me llegue. A ver, gestor.
I say, this is a very unpleasant way of traveling, Kate Walker.
I know, Oscar. I promise I'll let you out as soon as possible, okay?
Y pues es raro, porque ayer estuve hablando con un colega y el otro día estuve hablando con otro colega por el chat y sin ningún problema. Bueno, tú dale a seguir, que necesito 50 seguidores. Ah, claro, pues por eso será, claro, por eso te decía si tenías la aplicación. Es que sin aplicación no sé si te deja hacerlo o no. Con el ordenador igual o no sé, pero bueno, si no, da igual, no pasa nada.
Okay, Oscar. Now we have to find Dana's old house.
Do you recall the number, Kate Walker?
According to her registration form from the Music Academy, it was number 20.
Vale, gracias, pero que si no, no pasa nada, que al final son gilipolleces. ¿Qué, tío? No me enteré de nada. Entérate de las últimas noticias de Wagen. Encuentra la vieja casa de los Rose. Vale. Inspecciona... No, esto no, coño. Vale. ¿Y qué? ¿Podemos bajar por aquí también? Vale. Connection.
The bridge is exactly the same as it was back in the 1930s. Except that it's cleaner. It looks almost new, as if it had been renovated.
Seguramente no va a estar desde los años 30. Sí, subir, observar. Vale, al final bajábamos por el mismo lado. O sea que daba un poco igual. Mirar. 13. Mierda. 15. Qué bien. Seguimos así hasta el 17. A ver, Nin. Buah. Tengo pila de movidas aquí ahora. Mirar. 16. ¿O qué va? ¿A estar solo mirando los números o cómo es esto? Venga, vamos para acá y luego... Joder.
A book about Vaughan's history during the war. Maybe it could be useful later.
Bueno,
A book about
¿y no lo
Vaughan's
puedes coger
history
entonces si
during
nos
the
va a ser de
war.
utilidad?
Maybe it could be useful later.
¿A dónde vas? Ay, la madre que me parió. A ver. $18. Yo no sé ni qué número estamos buscando. Encuentra la casa de los Rose. Entérate de las últimas noticias de Wagen. ¿Cómo me entero yo de eso? Si tenemos ahí... Ah, de las últimas noticias, vale. A ver. Aquí algo hay.
Looks like the residents on the
Parece que
bridge
los
are pretty
residentes
mad at the
todos
town
con el
council.
ayuntamiento. Además nuestro puente de la niebla por dentro y por fuera. Desde el abajo firmante comité de la puta madre. Venga. Concentrada, vale. Bueno, venga. Algo más habrá que leer. Inspeccionar.
Souvenirs here look more upmarket than the ones I've seen elsewhere.
Porque es modernismo.
A gift shop.
Gift shop. A gift shop. Número 20.
There's number 20. Dana's
¡No!
old house.
O sí, no sé. Habla con la vendedora. No, no voy a hablar con nadie hasta que me entere de las que... Ya me da igual, yo no puedo conseguir el platino por culpa de esa mierda, tío. Buah. Ya me toca los cojones, tío. Ya me toca un poco los cojones, ¿entiendes?
Can't leave now. There are still things to do here.
Vale. ¿Y podemos bajar o tampoco vas a bajar? Inspeccionar.
In loving memory of all those who lost their lives that terrible night.
Hans. No hay nadie que nos interese aquí. Vale. A ver. A todos los habitantes de Vagan se espera una fuerte tormenta. Actividades culturales, vale. Nada.
Protests in the neighborhood and a big storm coming tonight.
Ahora ya
I sure
podemos
wouldn't
ir
want to be in the
aquí.
mayor's shoes right now.
Venga, ya está.
Anyway, I'd better...
Anyway. Venga. Vamos a ver el pavo este.
Guten Tag, Fraulein.
Guten Tag, Fraulein. Vale.
On holiday in the region, Fraulein?
Bueno, precisamente de vacaciones no estoy.
Well, welcome to my little gift shop. Frau Heigl at your service.
I must say you have a beautiful shop, Frau Heigl.
De vacaciones no estoy.
Thank you, Fraulein. All our souvenirs are made for excellence, as we like to say here, all by local craftsmen. Were you looking for something in particular?
No, estamos buscando a una persona y necesitamos
Well,
información.
I'm actually looking for someone, not something. Someone who used to live in this house, and I was wondering if you could help.
Well, there were quite a few owners before I bought the shop last autumn, so I can't really...
So her name was Dana Rose. She lived here before the war. I was hoping to find some kind of trace of her here, so I could continue my search.
I see. Well, I have heard of the Roses.
Si me dejas mirar a mí, seguro que algún rastro encuentro.
Inside the house.
But don't you live here?
No. My husband and I live in the suburbs. You see, the bridge was sacked just before the war, during the pogrom against the Vagrants. Oh, truly awful events.
Pogromo.
And then the neighborhood was bombed. Just after the war, during the liberation.
Vale, muchas de estas
and many of the houses were damaged, including this one.
They were
hastily renovated after the war, but they remain mostly derelict.
Bueno, pues es lo que hay, ¿no? El pogromo.
You mentioned a pogrom against this
barrio de la
neighborhood's
comunidad
vagrant
banera.
community.
¿Qué pasó?
Can you tell me more?
As much as anyone who knows anything about Wagen, I guess. It happened in 1938, if I recall correctly. a few months after Austria and Ostertal were annexed by the Brown Shadow.
Ostertal.
What happened?
Verá, la
Well, the
sombra marrón
Brown
avivó
Shadow
velo de los
organized
vagaranos con
riots
falsos
against
pretextos. Eso
Vagrants on
provocó
false
pogromos.
pretexts.
No sé qué es un
It led to pogroms throughout all the
pogromo.
annexed countries, including this house.
Incluida esta casa.
Were the Roses home when it all happened?
Like I said, Fraulein, I don't know, but I hope not.
Well, it doesn't look like the house was damaged from what I
Hay
can
pájaros de
see.
estos por todos lados, tío. Al
Your
final
shop
la
is
tía,
charming,
que se
and
parecen tanto,
so
va a
is the
ser
rest of the district.
su tatarabuela
Thank
o
you.
su puta madre.
That's because after the initial renovation, the council financed
O su
major
bisabuela o la madre
rehabilitation
que la
work on the
parió.
facades. But if the truth be told,
Sí, la
they
verdad,
left the
el arreglo de
proprietors
los
to foot
interiores
the
corrió a
bill
cargo
for
de
our
los
interiors.
propietarios.
That's why my husband and I had to spend all our savings so that the shop interior shows the same high standard that we demand of our suppliers.
That's a
Vale, hombre,
shame.
pero no te enfades.
Yes, and if the council persists in
No
refusing to
quedará ningún
help fund
residente
the
en contra.
renovation works, there won't be any residents left on the bridge, let alone independent quality stores like mine. There'll be nothing
Solo
left
quedarán.
but bland franchise stores, like the one further along the bridge or on the musical square.
So between the pogrom, the bombing,
Es muy
and the
poco
whole
probable
house
que
being
encuentre algún
renovated,
rastro de los
there's little
Rose.
chance of me finding any trace of the Roses.
It's not quite
Coño,
like
acabo de llegar yo ahí.
that. To be honest, we didn't have
No
the
teníamos
funds to
esto,
renovate the
no,
rest of the
así que
house.
usamos los pisos
So
superiores
we
como
used the upper
almacén.
floors for
Déjame
storing.
subir.
Really?
And now that you mention it, I do recall coming across old photographs from before the war, here and there in the house. The successive owners didn't want to throw them out, and I suppose they must have left them there.
Would you mind if I went upstairs to take a look? Unless you would kindly bring the photos down yourself.
Well, I can hardly leave the shop unattended while I go... I don't even know you, Fräulein.
I see. In that case, would you mind if I had a look upstairs myself?
Don't take it personally, Fräulein, but I don't know you enough to trust you. I'm very
Bueno,
sorry.
pues ya sabes que nos vamos a
Now,
colar
if
y
you'll
ese tío que
excuse
está
me,
ahí nos va a
Fräulein,
ayudar
I have a customer.
seguramente en algo. Si
I
no, no lo
conjecture that
sacaría.
you were inefficient in trying to persuade the
Encontrar el modo de usar
shopkeeper,
la
Kate
entrada
Walker.
de servicio.
How are you going to access the upper floors now?
I don't know, Oscar.
No lo sé,
By
Oscar,
getting
tendré que
creative, I
echarle
guess.
I
imaginación.
conclude I can trust you on that score, Kate Walker?
Vale.
Made in Vaughan.
Fabricado en Vaughan. Vale, venga. Salir. Déjame echar un vistacín por la tienda.
It's right in Frau Heigel's line of vision, too.
Tendré que
I'm gonna
alejar
have
ahí
to
si
draw
quiero
her
que-
away if I want to
Vale,
sneak through
venga.
that service door to the upper floors. More gifts. I would have preferred it to still be full of paintings, I think.
Sorry, but you'll have to wait your turn, Fräulein.
Fraulein. Y el tío no podemos hablar con él. Aquí ya no podemos hacer nada. Usar.
Wrong one.
It won't work.
Must have got it wrong. No. If I could manage to draw Frau Heigel this way, I'd be able to get through the service door and to the staircase without her noticing. But how?
But how? Perdón. Ahora sigo. Ahora sigo. Vale. Pues algo hay que poner ahí. ¿El qué? No lo sé. De momento. ¿El qué? No lo sé. Déjame ver una cosa. Vale. Vale, aquí nada. A ver si por el otro lado hay algo que me dé. Por aquí. No, aquí está el cartelín este que ya leímos. Esto nada. Jolín. Encuentra el modo de usar la entrada de servicio. Espera un segundo. ¿Dónde vimos la guía esa del pueblo al entrar al principio, ¿no? Que dijo que igual nos servía más para adelante. ¿Dónde coño era? A ver si la puedo coger ahora. O que la compre o algo. Aquí. Cógela.
A book about Vaughan's history during the war. Maybe it could be useful later. A book
Cógela.
about Vaughan's history during the war. Maybe it could be useful later.
Mierda. Caca de la vaca, tío. Caca de la vaca. Igual servía para poner allí, yo qué sé, tío. Puta merda. Bici tirada ahí. ¿Cómo coño entro ahí? Inspeccionar otra vez, a ver.
Souvenirs here look more upmarket than the ones I've seen elsewhere. It's no longer an art gallery at any rate. Looks like it's been turned into another shop for tourists.
No lo sé, tío, no lo sé. No lo sé, no lo sé. Algo hay que poner allí.
More gifts. I would have preferred it to still be full of paintings, I think.
Algo falla. No, falla no. Hay que saber qué coño hay que poner allí, tío. Esto nada. Ya lo cogimos 50 veces.
All our gifts are handmade by craftsmen in Vaughan.
Esto es una tontería. Que puedas mover así solo esto es una gilipollez.
Better try something else.
Mejor intentar otra cosa. Joder.
No, Kate Walker.
Impossible. Better try something else. No.
Joder.
All our gifts are handmade by craftsmen in Vagen.
Pues no sé, tío. Me cago en tu padre. ¿Qué coño hay que hacer aquí, tío? Hostia, es que no tengo nada. A ver, pues nada, vamos a dar un paseo por el pueblo, a ver si encontramos algo que se nos escapa. ¿Qué? Oh, ¿dónde vas? Vale, no
Can't
podemos
leave
ir.
now. There are still things to do here.
Vale, nada, esto está solo puesto para eso. Esto está solo puesto para esto, vale.
That doesn't work.
I'm afraid you are mistaken, Kate Walker.
Hostias. Recuerdo barato.
One thing's for sure, this souvenir wasn't made in Vagen. Whoa! That's one shrill version of the hymn of Vagen.
Vale, ya tenemos lo que necesitábamos, yo creo. Bien, esto está listo, venga, nos piramos. Esto que haga ruido para que venga la otra allí, venga. Entrar. Cojonudo. Venga. Estoy alargando un poco el stream porque estaba esperando a ver si entraba Miriam, pero... no sé qué hace. No sé qué hace. Bueno, no pasa nada, venga. A ver, yo doy por hecho de que es esto lo que necesitábamos. Toma, bien. Venga, ponlo, Kate. Qué disimulada es. Entra en la tienda, de repente entra ella. A ver, Monchín, aparta. Venga.
What's that awful noise? Excuse me,
Ay,
sir.
no sé, chica, vete a mirar. Conexo. Con el tuflo.
Oh, there it is. How awful. That certainly doesn't belong in my shop. We don't sell such cheap and tacky items.
Muy bien, Kate, muy bien.
Great. I don't think Frau Heigel's noticed a thing.
Encuentra
Why
la
don't you try to
antigua
locate Dana Rose's room, Kate Walker? Then you can look for more clues about her.
Good idea.
Buena idea,
Let's just hope Frau Heigel won't come up.
No se acerque. Bueno, esto de habitación tiene bien poquito, pero todo lo hay que investigar. Inspecciona, Kate. Mira una foto.
This photo shows the house partially
Supongo que la
destroyed.
tomaron tras los
Must have been taken after the
bombardeos.
bombing that preceded the liberation of Vagan.
Vale, esta es mayo de 1900. Bueno, supongo que es mayo, no lo sé. Vale. Salir, beber, el rollo de siempre. Meterme en 1000 rayas, hablar con la gente. Una foto.
In remembrance of the eternal bond between the Roses and the Zimmers.
Z.
Signed, Adam Z. This is where Frau Heigl must take her breaks.
Vale.
It's dark in here. Hardly surprising with those windows boarded up. It's dark in here. Hardly surprising with those windows boarded up.
Berlin. Ajá, vale. Entramos por esta, salimos por ahí, bajar, tacatá, tacatá. O sea, nos queda esta zona de aquí. Subir. Pues. Vale. Hostia, hay otro piso todavía, chaval. Va a estar arriba de todos.
Nothing of interest in here.
Nada interesante. ¡Ey! Por hecho de... Vale, solo es eso. Encontrar la habitación. Ah, qué bien.
A double bed, plenty of space. Must have been Dana's parents' bedroom. So where's Dana's room then? The number of rooms don't add up.
No, mosquito no, tío. Mosquito no, tío.
Just what I needed.
Vale, ¿y qué? Está abajo, ¿no? Es una caja ahí que llama la atención, ¿eh? Ahí está.
A family portrait. That must be Dana with her parents.
Vale.
Nothing of interest in here.
A ver.
It's been bricked up. Most likely during the post-war renovation works Frau Heigl spoke of.
Coño, entonces. No, su hija de puta. Entonces, ¿qué se me pasó? Ya encontré la habitación. Es esa que estaba ahí abajo, ¿no? Entonces se supone que es por donde está oscuro ahí. Vamos a ver. Ahora, porque ya vimos la foto desde arriba, vale. ¿Dónde está su habitación?
Huh. The bedroom in the background of the portrait must be located in the attic. According to the light and the clock behind Dana, her room must face north.
Joder. Vale.
That's it, Oscar. I think I know where Dana's room is.
Enlighten me, Kate Walker.
Well, one of the photos shows a bedroom that's not on the second floor, right? And we know that the staircase was bricked up during the renovation and led to another floor. So that's got to be where we'll find Dana's missing bedroom.
It seems plausible, indeed.
It does. And if we're lucky, the room might be pretty much like Dana left it all those years ago, and potentially with clues to put us back on our track. I've just got to find a way to get to that third floor bedroom.
Seeing as you failed to create a positive bond with Frau Hegel, the next rational step would be to take a look outside the building, Kate Walker.
You're right, Oscar. Let's go and see.
Vale, pues venga, nos piramos de aquí. Nos piramos. Ay, Chihuahua, Chihuahua. Ahora nos va a pillar cuando salgamos, ¿no? Que disimulo, joder. Y no se extraña de que salga de ahí. Madre mía. Es lo que hay. Venga, vamos por aquí.
Oscar, I need your opinion on this.
Oscar.
Ah, that's better.
Ahí está un botón que hay que darle. Te voy a lanzar, Oscar. Te voy a tirar ahí
Looks
para
like
que
that
le
fire escape staircase serves every floor of the house.
That is correct, Kate Walker. Perhaps you should find a way to use it.
Better try something else. So what do you think, Oscar?
I think I would have liked a body with longer front legs.
I was talking about the window up there. Must be Dana's room, right?
Oh, of course. There is a high probability that you are not wrong, Kate Walker.
Encuentra la forma de entrar en la habitación de Dana.
Looks like the staircase serves every floor, including Dana's.
I conjecture that you are probably right, Kate Walker.
The second floor windows will be of no use to reach the staircase.
Vale. Pero las del primer... Ah, no, estas son las del... Puta madre. ¿Y qué? Vale, esto es lo mismo.
Well, we can't get to the staircase from the first floor windows.
Ah, no, vale. Este era el primero.
Indeed, Kate Walker, all the windows you could have used are obstructed.
Como mola, tío.
The ladder to the first floor is up. It's too high for me to pull down.
Pero podemos lanzar a Oscar y que le dé el al botón, ¿no?
Looks like there's a mechanism up there to
Claro, si
lower
ya
the
lo vi yo
ladder.
antes, por eso. Hay que lanzar a Oscar y que le dé el... Ay, Dios mío. O vamos a trepar por el canalón.
That drain pipe leads to a ledge that leads to the staircase.
According to my calculations, the drain pipe will not hold you, Kate Walker. And even if you were
Pero
like
es que
her,
vas a
the
ir
ledge
tú,
is
Oscar,
too
o vas a ir
narrow for you to stand
lanzado...
on.
Hey, are you trying to tell me something, Oscar?
Yes, you are
Mira
too
qué ojos.
heavy and too wide, Kate Walker, for the ledge.
Gee, thanks, Oscar. So basically, it's not going to be easy to use the staircase to get to Dana's room.
There is no other way. Access is denied from inside the first and second floors, and the third floor stairwell is bricked up. The fire escape staircase is the only possibility, Kate Walker. But you cannot climb up the drain pipe because
sí,
of your
Oscar.
weight and size.
Ya
I
está,
heard
si
you the
vas a ir
first time,
tú.
thanks.
Ah,
You are welcome, Kate Walker. So, the only way up is by the fire escape staircase, and that means lowering the ladder from the first floor.
usar la tubería, Oscar.
Well, in that case, there's only one solution. As you're so light and slim, Oscar, you'll have to climb up the drain pipe and walk across the ledge for me.
Eso es.
Then you just need to activate the mechanism to lower the steps so that heavy me can take the staircase route.
I was not made to climb up drain pipes, Kate Walker. I am a precision-made automaton.
Tranquilo, venga.
Come on, Oscar. You saved the day more than once at Baranor. It must be second nature by now.
But how can I lower myself to scurrying like a...
Venga, cabrón, ayúdame.
Because you're a fine fellow and my faithful
Eso
friend?
es. Das la pelotilla, Kate Walker. Hostia, mira qué guay.
Kate Walker, help! I believe I am stuck here.
A veces podrás cambiar entre Kate y Oscar. Para ello, escribe cuando aparezca. Haz clic en el botón izquierdo cuando aparezca.
Stay calm, Oscar. I'm coming.
Venga, culo gordo.
Climbing like a common squirrel. This is a disgrace.
Everything okay up there?
Yes, Kate Walker. I just need to... Ah!
Hang on tight, Oscar.
Oh, I am, Kate Walker. Believe me, I am.
You gotta jump now, Oscar. Hurry!
Oh,
Well done, Oscar. Glad that you're safe and sound.
I guess that's one way of putting it, Kate Walker.
I'm also glad you haven't lost your positive attitude.
Phew. That useless body. Now I must find another way.
eres inútil, Oscar.
And climbing up all over again.
Be careful there, Oscar.
Tiki, 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 tiki. Ah,
Oh dear. that can't be good. Oh, dear. Now, Miss Pigeon. Madam Pigeon, then. I beg your pardon. Now, Madam Pigeon, would you be so kind as to make way? I guess I'm going to need help here. Kate Walker,
How am I supposed to get rid of that pigeon?
No, I don't think so. That doesn't work. Better try something else.
Joder, entonces ¿qué?
I can't throw it at the pigeon, but maybe I can use it some other way.
Kate Walker!
Sorry, Oscar.
¡Hala!
Made our point, I guess. Now, maybe this body will be useful in the end.
Venga. Muy bien. Muy bien con eso, voy a aparcar. No sé. Será tu móvil de mierda.
Locked, of course.
Mierda, pero ¿qué pasó ahora? No me estoy enterando de nada. ¿Qué pasó?
Wrong one.
Kate Walker, if I were meant to be used as a cannonball, I would have been given a fuse. This is highly irregular.
Tuck your head in, Oscar. 1,
If Hans Borrelberg could see me now,
2, 3.
Sí, ya voy a acabar ahora, así que nada.
Undignified. Oh my. Oh my.
Oh my.
Really? Is this any way to treat an intelligent automaton? Really, if Mr. Borrelberg could see me now...
He would say, "You've saved the day again, Oscar. You've exceeded all expectations by far." Okay, let's try and find out what became of Dana after
Pues
she
hasta
left
aquí,
the
señores. Muchas gracias a los que habéis visto el stream y a los que no, pues nada, es lo que hay.